A poetry must be composed in this essay. The philosophy of composition. எப்படி ஒரு poetry-ய compose பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு philosophies கொடுத்திருக்கிறார். Okay. How we must compose a poetry. What are all the effects we must bring? And he has chosen what is it? Though we love humors, though we love entertainments, enjoyments, readers usually prefer to read melancholic stories, melancholic tones. ரொம்ப சோகமா உள்ளதும் நமக்கு பிடிக்கும், நம்மள அறியாமலேயே ரீட் பண்றதுக்கும் கேட்கறதுக்கும். So the main theme of the poem must have melancholic tone. He says in philosophy of composition, this is one. Then next one he says, a poem must consist of at least 108 lines. And there must be epilogue, prologue, and it must consist of a lot of divisions, denouement. Have you heard of this word, denouement? I will just spell the word D-E, right? D-E-N-O-U-E-M-E-N-T. Denouement. Denouement is nothing but the end of a story in which everything is explained. The end of the story, everything is explained. The climax, after climax, denouement. Why it happened so, for what reason it happened so. It is explained in the poetry or short story or novel or drama, whatever the genres may be. That's what we call denouement. Understood, pa? This biography is enough, I think so. Now I shall share another screen. We shall get into the poetry. Loading. Okay, locating.
It has came, ma'am.
Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Look at the title of the poem, The Raven. What is raven?
Crow.
A type of crow. What crow? In Tamil we call?
Andankakkai.
Andankakkai. See, what happened before this poetry, before composing this poetry, what happened to Poe's life? Poe's wife, Virginia Clump, she passed away because of tuberculosis disease. And this poem is written in that bereavement. And the சோகத்தோட நினைச்சு பயங்கரமா எழுதுறார் இந்த poem. First, he wanted to choose a bird. So he thought of choosing parrot. And he thought that parrot is not an intelligent bird because whatever human beings utter, it repeats. So it's a foolish bird. Edgar Allan Poe says, not I. Okay. Edgar Allan Poe says in his philosophy of composition why he has chosen this bird, the raven, but not the parrot or any other bird. This bird, it's a brilliant bird in which it has the ability to answer whatever the question is posed by the speaker of this poem. Says Poe. Okay, I shall get into the poem, then only you can understand it. See, this poem can be read with rhythmic tone. With rhythmic tone. Just I shall read the first stanza of this poem. Please listen. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. It's some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. This is half of the stanza. This is what we have to read. Last class, I will ask everyone to read in the same manner. Okay? Now I will explain this poem. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary. See, the speaker of the poem is the poet, of course, a bereaved lover. He has lost his wife or lady love, and her name is Lenore. Lenore, please write Lenore. Lenore. The poem opens with the tone of a harmless storyteller, the poet himself, and his lady love is Lenore. But in his personal life, Lenore is Virginia Clum, his wife, of course. In this poem, he has used this term, Lenore. Just a minute. Edgar Allan Poe is alone in his house. No one was there, and it was midnight, exactly 12 o'clock, of course. Once upon a midnight dreary. Dreary means depressing, gloomy state. ரொம்ப சோகமா இருக்கிறார், பயங்கர சோகம். Midnightல, because he has lost his lady love, Lenore. While I pondered weak and weary, he pondered, he thought. Pondered means thought about something carefully for a long time. Obsessed, his mind is fully obsessed with his lady love. ஐயோ, என் wife, I missed her wife, sorry, I missed my wife. அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப வேதனையில இருக்கிறார். So he pondered, weak and weary. He became very weak physically and mentally, and he became very tired. Weary means tired. I could remember this weary. This term is also used by John Keats in his poem Ode to a Nightingale. I often repeat it in the class. The fever and fret and weariness of the world. Now also it goes on during this coronavirus period. The fever and fret and weariness of the world. He says, the world is full of disease, worries, and tiredness. That's what. Here, okay, I shall come into this point. The poet, the speaker, he is fully obsessed with his wife's thought, and he is physically weak and mentally weak, and he is so tired